tragedy, tragedy, tragedy.
悲劇。
911 was a terrible tragedy. 911 was a terrible tragedy. 911 was a terrible tragedy.
911はひどい悲劇でした。
accompany, accompany, accompany.
と一緒に行く。
accompany my boss to Germany. accompany my boss to Germany. accompany my boss to Germany.
上司に付き添ってドイツに行く。
score, score, score.
得点する。
score 10 goals. score 10 goals. score 10 goals.
10ゴールを決める。
farewell, farewell, farewell.
別れの。
have a farewell party. have a farewell party. have a farewell party.
送別会を開く。
ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous.
ばっかげた。
a ridiculous error, a ridiculous error, a ridiculous error.
ばかげた間違い。
inevitable, inevitable, inevitable.
避けられない。
death is inevitable, death is inevitable, death is inevitable.
死は避けられない。
funeral, funeral, funeral.
葬式。
weddings and funerals, weddings and funerals, weddings and funerals.
結婚式と葬式。
reserve, reserve, reserve.
予約する。
reserve a room at a hotel, reserve a room at a hotel, reserve a room at a hotel.
ホテルに部屋を予約する。
propose, propose, propose.
を提案する。
propose a new way, propose a new way, propose a new way.
新しい方法を提案する。
reception, reception, reception.
もてなし。
receive a warm reception, receive a warm reception, receive a warm reception.
温かい歓迎を受ける。
wait, wait, wait.
目が覚める。
I woke up at the middle of night, I woke up at the middle of night, I woke up at the middle of night.
夜中に目が覚めた。
financial, financial, financial.
財政的な。
receive financial support, receive financial support, receive financial support.
財政的支援を受ける。
fetch, fetch, fetch.
を取ってくる。
fetch food from the kitchen, fetch food from the kitchen, fetch food from the kitchen.
台所から食べ物を取ってくる。
craft, craft, craft,
工芸品。
a traditional Japanese craft, a traditional Japanese craft, a traditional Japanese craft,
伝統的な日本の工芸。
weapon, weapon, weapon,
武器。
a laser weapon, a laser weapon, a laser weapon,
レーザー兵器。
income, income, income,
収入。
my monthly income, my monthly income, my monthly income,
月収。
lightning, lightning, lightning,
稲妻。
be struck by lightning, be struck by lightning, be struck by lightning,
雷に打たれる。
primitive, primitive, primitive,
原始的な、未開の。
arrows are a primitive weapon, arrows are a primitive weapon, arrows are a primitive weapon,
矢は原始的な武器です。
department, department, department,
組織の部門。
the men's clothing department, the men's clothing department, the men's clothing department,
紳士服売り場。
deserve, deserve, deserve,
に値する。
deserve to win, deserve to win, deserve to win,
勝つに値する。
experiment, experiment, experiment,
実験。
carry out a chemical experiment, carry out a chemical experiment, carry out a chemical experiment,
科学実験を行う。
tremendous, tremendous, tremendous,
すさまじい。
a tremendous amount of energy, a tremendous amount of energy, a tremendous amount of energy,
莫大な量のエネルギー。
intend, intend, intend,
するつもりだ。
intend to see the movie, intend to see the movie, intend to see the movie,
その映画を見るつもりだ。
poison, poison, poison,
毒。
poison gas, poison gas, poison gas,
毒ガス。
climate, climate, climate,
気候。
global climate change, global climate change, global climate change,
地球規模の気候変動。
recover, recover, recover,
回復する。
recover from a heart attack, recover from a heart attack, recover from a heart attack,
心臓発作から回復する。
arrange, arrange, arrange,
を手配する。
arrange the meeting, arrange the meeting, arrange the meeting,
会議を手配する。
distinguish, distinguish, distinguish,
を区別する。
distinguish sheep from goats, distinguish sheep from goats, distinguish sheep from goats,
羊とヤギを区別する。
restore, restore, restore,
を修復する。
restore the old building, restore the old building, restore the old building,
古い建物を修復する。
selfish, selfish, selfish,
自分勝手な。
don't be selfish, don't be selfish, don't be selfish,
わがままを言うな。
protest, protest, protest,
抗議する。
protest against nuclear tests, protest against nuclear tests, protest against nuclear tests,
核実験に抗議する。
vice, vice, vice,
悪。
fight against vice on the streets, fight against vice on the streets, fight against vice on the streets,
通りでの悪徳行為と戦う。
temporary, temporary, temporary,
一時的な。
a temporary license, a temporary license, a temporary license,
仮免許。
moderate, moderate, moderate,
節度のある。
do moderate exercise, do moderate exercise, do moderate exercise,
適度な運動をする。
acknowledge, acknowledge, acknowledge,
を認める。
acknowledge the fact, acknowledge the fact, acknowledge the fact,
事実を認める。
remedy, remedy, remedy,
治療法。
a remedy for colds, a remedy for colds, a remedy for colds,
風邪の治療法。
pole, pole, pole,
天体の極。
the North Pole, the North Pole, the North Pole,
北極。
sink, sink, sink,
沈む。
oil does not sink in water, oil does not sink in water, oil does not sink in water,
油は水に沈まない。
ward, ward, ward,
病棟。
patients in the ward, patients in the ward, patients in the ward,
病棟の患者たち。
nephew, nephew, nephew,
おい、
his son and nephew, his son and nephew, his son and nephew,
彼の息子とおい。
internal, internal, internal,
内部の。
internal organs, internal organs, internal organs,
内臓。
summit, summit, summit,
頂上。
reach the summit, reach the summit, reach the summit,
頂上に到達する。
seize, seize, seize,
をつかむ。
seize the opportunity, seize the opportunity, seize the opportunity,
チャンスをつかむ。
glimpse, glimpse, glimpse,
がちらりと見える。
glimpse her face, glimpse her face, glimpse her face,
彼女の顔をちらっと見る。
luxury, luxury, luxury,
高級品。
spend a lot of money on luxuries, spend a lot of money on luxuries, spend a lot of money on luxuries,
贅沢品に多額のお金を使う。
arrest, arrest, arrest,
を逮捕する。
arrest him for speeding, arrest him for speeding, arrest him for speeding,
スピード違反で彼を逮捕する。
inform, inform, inform,
知らせる。
inform him of his son's success, inform him of his son's success, inform him of his son's success,
彼に息子の成功を知らせる。
prominent, prominent, prominent,
目立った。
a prominent scientist, a prominent scientist, a prominent scientist,
著名な科学者。
capture, capture, capture,
を捕らえる。
capture wild animals, capture wild animals, capture wild animals,
野生動物を捕まえる。
rescue, rescue, rescue,
を救う。
rescue a man from a fire, rescue a man from a fire, rescue a man from a fire,
火事から男性を救う。
limit, limit, limit,
を制限する。
limit class size to 15, limit class size to 15, limit class size to 15,
クラスの人数を15人に制限する。
purse, purse, purse,
口金付きの財布。
take money out of the purse, take money out of the purse, Take money out of the purse.
財布からお金を取り出す。
Persuade. Persuade. Persuade.
を説得してさせる。
Persuade them to go back. Persuade them to go back. Persuade them to go back.
彼らを説得して戻らせる。
Interval. Interval. Interval.
間隔。
At intervals of 10 minutes. At intervals of 10 minutes. At intervals of 10 minutes.
10分間隔で。
Chase. Chase. Chase.
を追いかける。
Chase the car. Chase the car. Chase the car.
車を追いかける。
Occupy. Occupy. Occupy.
を占める。
All the rooms are occupied. All the rooms are occupied. All the rooms are occupied.
すべての部屋が埋まっています。
Vivid. Vivid. Vivid.
鮮明な。
Have vivid memories. Have vivid memories. Have vivid memories.
鮮やかな記憶を持っている。
Calculate. Calculate. Calculate.
を計算する。
Calculate the cost. Calculate the cost. Calculate the cost.
費用を計算する。
Appetite. Appetite. Appetite.
食欲。
Have no appetite. Have no appetite. Have no appetite.
食欲がない。
Sphere. Sphere. Sphere.
球体。
A wide sphere of activity. A wide sphere of activity. A wide sphere of activity.
幅広い活動範囲。
Encounter. Encounter. Encounter.
に偶然出会う。
Encounter a bear in the woods. Encounter a bear in the woods. Encounter a bear in the woods.
森で熊に遭遇する。
Economy. Economy. Economy.
経済。
Boost the Japanese economy. Boost the Japanese economy. Boost the Japanese economy.
日本経済を活性化する。
Stretch. Stretch. Stretch.
を伸ばす。
Stretch my arms. Stretch my arms. Stretch my arms.
腕を伸ばす。
Lean. Lean. Lean.
に寄りかかる。
Lean against the wall. Lean against the wall. Lean against the wall.
壁にもたれる。
Tie. Tie. Tie.
荷物などを縛る。
Tie up old magazines with string. Tie up old magazines with string. Tie up old magazines with string.
紐で古い雑誌を束ねる。
Cell. Cell. Cell.
細胞。
Destroy cancer cells. Destroy cancer cells. Destroy cancer cells.
がん細胞を破壊する。
Border. Border. Border.
国境。
Cross the border. Cross the border. Cross the border.
国境を越える。
Abundant. Abundant. Abundant.
豊富な。
An abundant supply of food. An abundant supply of food. An abundant supply of food.
豊富な食料供給。
Meanwhile. Meanwhile. Meanwhile.
その間に。
Meanwhile, the accident happened. Meanwhile, the accident happened. Meanwhile, the accident happened.
その間に事故が起こった。
Crisis. Crisis. Crisis.
危機。
Face a serious economic crisis. Face a serious economic crisis. Face a serious economic crisis.
深刻な経済危機に直面する。
Mount. Mount. Mount.
を据え付ける。
Mount the engine in the car. Mount the engine in the car. Mount the engine in the car.
車にエンジンを搭載する。
Despite. Despite. Despite.
にもかかわらず。
He lost despite his efforts. He lost despite his efforts. He lost despite his efforts.
努力にもかかわらず彼は負けた。
Abandon. Abandon. Abandon.
を捨てる。
Abandon my dream. Abandon my dream. Abandon my dream.
夢を諦める。
Loyal. Loyal. Loyal.
に忠実な。
A worker loyal to the company. A worker loyal to the company. A worker loyal to the company.
会社に忠実な社員。
Stable. Stable. Stable.
安定した。
A stable condition. A stable condition. A stable condition.
安定した状態。
Commit. Commit. Commit.
に専念する。
Be committed to the project. Be committed to the project. Be committed to the project.
そのプロジェクトに専念している。
Affect. Affect. Affect.
に作用する。
Alcohol affects the brain. Alcohol affects the brain. Alcohol affects the brain.
アルコールは脳に影響を与える。
Extend. Extend. Extend.
を延長する。
Exercise extends life. Exercise extends life. Exercise extends life.
運動は寿命を延ばす。
Minor. Minor. Minor.
少数派の。
A minor problem. A minor problem. A minor problem.
小さな問題。
Republic. Republic. Republic.
共和国。
The Republic of Ireland. The Republic of Ireland. The Republic of Ireland.
アイルランド共和国。
Retain. Retain. Retain.
を保持する。
Retain her beauty. Retain her beauty. Retain her beauty.
彼女の美しさを保つ。
Accomplish. Accomplish. Accomplish.
をやり遂げる。
Accomplish the difficult task. Accomplish the difficult task. Accomplish the difficult task.
難しい課題を達成する。
Conclude. Conclude. Conclude.
と結論を下す。
Conclude that the factory should be closed. Conclude that the factory should be closed. Conclude that the factory should be closed.
工場を閉鎖するべきだと結論付ける。
Session. Session. Session.
期間。
Have a queue and a session. Have a queue and a session. Have a queue and a session.
質疑応答の時間を持つ。
Damp. Damp. Damp.
湿った。
My shirt is still damp. My shirt is still damp. My shirt is still damp.
私のシャツはまだ湿っています。
Spoil. Spoil. Spoil.
を台無しにする。
Spoil the party. Spoil the party. Spoil the party.
パーティーを台無しにする。
Prejudice. Prejudice. Prejudice.
偏見。
Prejudice against women. Prejudice against women. Prejudice against women.
女性に対する偏見。
Organ. Organ. Organ.
臓器。
Internal organs. Internal organs. Internal organs.
内臓。
Relate. Relate. Relate.
関連づける。
Two events are closely related. Two events are closely related. Two events are closely related.
二つの出来事は密接に関連しています。
Flock. Flock. Flock.
群れ。
A flock of white sheep. A flock of white sheep. A flock of white sheep.
白い羊の群れ。
Caution. Caution. Caution.
用心、
Act with caution. Act with caution. Act with caution.
注意深く行動する、
Warrior. Warrior. Warrior.
戦士、
A warrior fights for glory. A warrior fights for glory. A warrior fights for glory.
戦士は栄光のために戦う、
Concept. Concept. Concept.
概念、
The concept of time. The concept of time. The concept of time.
時間の概念、
Extra. Extra. Extra.
余分な、
Get extra pay. Get extra pay. Get extra pay.
追加の給与をもらう、
Awkward. Awkward. Awkward.
ぎこちない、
An awkward silence. An awkward silence. An awkward silence.
気まずい沈黙、
Adopt. Adopt. Adopt.
を採用する、
Adopt his plan. Adopt his plan. Adopt his plan.
彼の計画を採用する、
Insist. Insist. Insist.
強く主張する、
Insist on going to France. Insist on going to France. Insist on going to France.
フランスに行くと主張する、
Leap. Leap. Leap.
飛ぶ、
A fish leapt out of a pond. A fish leapt out of a pond. A fish leapt out of a pond.
魚が池から飛び出した、
Differ. Differ. Differ.
異なる、
My opinion differs from hers. My opinion differs from hers. My opinion differs from hers.
私の意見は彼女の意見と異なる、
Disaster. Disaster. Disaster.
災害、
Natural disasters in Japan. Natural disasters in Japan. Natural disasters in Japan.
日本の自然災害、
Bet. Bet. Bet.
きっとだと思う、
I'll bet he's coming. I'll bet he's coming. I'll bet he's coming.
きっと彼は来ると思う、
Virus. Virus. Virus.
ウイルス、
The AIDS virus. The AIDS virus. The AIDS virus.
エイズウイルス、
Log. Log. Log.
マルタ、
A log house. A log house. A log house.
マルタ小屋、
Engage. Engage. engage,
従事する。
engage in volunteer activities, engage in volunteer activities, engage in volunteer activities,
ボランティア活動に参加する。
attain, attain, attain,
を達成する。
attain the goal, attain the goal, attain the goal,
目標を達成する。
compliment, compliment, compliment,
賛辞。
compliments on his shoes, compliments on his shoes, compliments on his shoes,
彼の靴を褒める言葉。
document, document, document,
書類。
look over the documents, look over the documents, look over the documents,
書類に目を通す。
punish, punish, punish,
を罰する。
punish him for the crime, punish him for the crime, punish him for the crime,
その犯罪で彼を罰する。
decline, decline, decline,
衰退する。
my memory began to decline, my memory began to decline, my memory began to decline,
私の記憶が衰え始めた。
recommend, recommend, recommend,
を推薦する。
recommend this book to you, recommend this book to you, recommend this book to you,
あなたにこの本を勧める。
fund, fund, fund,
資金。
lack of funds, lack of funds, lack of funds,
資金不足。
sheer, sheer, sheer,
とてつもないの。
the sheer number of visitors, the sheer number of visitors, the sheer number of visitors,
訪問者の膨大な数。
applause, applause, applause,
拍手。
receive hearty applause, receive hearty applause, receive hearty applause,
熱心な拍手を受ける。
tend, tend, tend,
する傾向にある。
tend to get angry, tend to get angry, tend to get angry,
怒りがちである。
tremble, tremble, tremble,
震える。
tremble with fear, tremble with fear, tremble with fear,
恐怖で震える。
scholar, scholar, scholar,
学者。
a great scholar, a great scholar, a great scholar,
偉大な学者。
entertain, entertain, entertain,
を楽しませる。
entertain the audience, entertain the audience, entertain the audience,
観客を楽しませる。
hesitate, hesitate, hesitate,
ためらう。
don't hesitate to ask questions, don't hesitate to ask questions, don't hesitate to ask questions,
遠慮なく質問してください。
barely, barely, barely,
かろうじて。
barely survive the war, barely survive the war, barely survive the war,
戦争をかろうじて生き延びる。
facility, facility, facility,
施設、設備。
public facilities, public facilities, public facilities,
公共施設。
divide, divide, divide,
を分割する。
divide the cake into 6 pieces, divide the cake into 6 pieces, divide the cake into 6 pieces,
ケーキを6つに分ける。
incredible, incredible, incredible,
信じられない。
incredible news, incredible news, incredible news,
信じられないニュース。
brick, brick, brick,
レンガ。
a brick house, a brick house, a brick house,
レンガ造りの家。
warn, warn, warn,
に警告する。
warn him to follow the rules, warn him to follow the rules, warn him to follow the rules,
規則を守るよう彼に警告する。
shallow, shallow, shallow,
浅い。
a shallow river, a shallow river, a shallow river,
浅い川。
transfer, transfer, transfer,
乗り換える。
transfer at Rome, transfer at Rome, transfer at Rome,
ローマで乗り換える。
swell, swell, swell,
晴れる。
swell like a balloon, swell like a balloon, swell like a balloon,
風船のように膨らむ。
convince, convince, convince,
確信させる。
convince him that I am right, convince him that I am right, convince him that I am right,
彼に私が正しいと納得させる。
stare, stare, stare,
じっと見つめる。
stare at a computer screen, stare at a computer screen, stare at a computer screen,
コンピューターの画面をじっと見る。
select, select, Select.
を選ぶ。
Select the best answer. Select the best answer. Select the best answer.
最良の答えを選ぶ。
Resolve. Resolve. Resolve.
を解決する。
Resolve the matter on my own. Resolve the matter on my own. Resolve the matter on my own.
自分でその問題を解決する。
Drag. Drag. Drag.
を引きずる。
Drag a heavy bag to the car. Drag a heavy bag to the car. Drag a heavy bag to the car.
重いバッグを車まで引きずる。
Rational. Rational. Rational.
理性的な。
Rational thought. Rational thought. Rational thought.
理性的な思考。
Crop. Crop. Crop.
作物。
The main crops in this area. The main crops in this area. The main crops in this area.
この地域の主要な作物。
Accurate. Accurate. Accurate.
正確な。
An accurate map. An accurate map. An accurate map.
正確な地図。
Resort. Resort. Resort.
に訴える。
Resort to violence. Resort to violence. Resort to violence.
暴力に訴える。
Bond. Bond. Bond.
絆。
Strong family bonds. Strong family bonds. Strong family bonds.
強い家族の絆。
Blush. Blush. Blush.
赤面する。
Blush and look away. Blush and look away. Blush and look away.
顔をあからめて目をそらす。
Monument. Monument. Monument.
記念碑。
A historical monument. A historical monument. A historical monument.
歴史的な記念碑。
Thorough. Thorough. Thorough.
徹底的な。
Do a thorough cleaning. Do a thorough cleaning. Do a thorough cleaning.
徹底的な掃除をする。
Conservative. Conservative. Conservative.
保守的な。
A conservative society. A conservative society. A conservative society.
保守的な社会。
Acquire. Acquire. Acquire.
を習得する。
Acquire a foreign language. Acquire a foreign language. Acquire a foreign language.
外国語を習得する。
Right. Right. Ripe.
熟した。
A ripe mango. A ripe mango. A ripe mango.
熟したマンゴー。
Lecture. Lecture. Lecture.
講義。
A lecture on history. A lecture on history. A lecture on history.
歴史についての講義。
Function. Function. Function.
機能。
The function of the brain. The function of the brain. The function of the brain.
脳の機能。
Bullet. Bullet. Bullet.
弾丸。
Faster than a bullet. Faster than a bullet. Faster than a bullet.
弾丸よりも速い。
Superstition. Superstition. Superstition.
迷信。
Believe a foolish superstition. Believe a foolish superstition. Believe a foolish superstition.
馬鹿げた迷信を信じる。
Substantial. Substantial. Substantial.
かなりの。
A substantial number of people. A substantial number of people. A substantial number of people.
多くの人々。
Partial. Partial. Partial.
部分的な。
A partial success. A partial success. A partial success.
部分的な成功。
Allowance. Allowance. Allowance.
小遣い。
My monthly allowance. My monthly allowance. My monthly allowance.
私の月々の小遣い。
Unite. Unite. Unite.
を団結させる。
Unite the Arab world. Unite the Arab world. Unite the Arab world.
アラブ世界を統一する。
Journal. Journal. Journal.
専門誌。
An academic journal. An academic journal. An academic journal.
学術雑誌。
Abstract. Abstract. Abstract.
抽象的な。
An abstract concept. An abstract concept. An abstract concept.
抽象的な概念。
Accent. Accent. Accent.
アクセント。
Strong German accent. Strong German accent. Strong German accent.
強いドイツ語のアクセント。
Approve. Approve. Approve.
認める。
Approve of their marriage. Approve of their marriage. Approve of their marriage.
彼らの結婚を認める。
Stem. 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 The stem of the plant. The stem of the plant. The stem of the plant.
植物の茎。
Urge. Urge. Urge.
に強く勧める。
Urge him to stop smoking. Urge him to stop smoking. Urge him to stop smoking.
彼に禁煙を勧める。
Reduce. Reduce. Reduce.
を減らす。
Reduce weight. Reduce weight. Reduce weight.
体重を減らす。
Split. Split. Split.
終わる。
Split into two groups. Split into two groups. Split into two groups.
二つのグループに分かれる。
Democracy. Democracy. Democracy.
民主主義。
A modern democracy. A modern democracy. A modern democracy.
現代の民主主義。
Canal. Canal. Canal.
運河。
The Panama Canal. The Panama Canal. The Panama Canal.
パナマ運河。
Analysis. Analysis. Analysis.
分析。
Analysis of DNA. Analysis of DNA. Analysis of DNA.
DNA の分析。
Garment. Garment. Garment.
衣類。
Wear a silk garment. Wear a silk garment. Wear a silk garment.
絹の衣服を着る。
Strip. Strip. Strip.
細長い一辺。
A strip of paper. A strip of paper. A strip of paper.
紙の切れ端。
Volunteer. Volunteer. Volunteer.
ボランティア。
Take part in volunteer activities. Take part in volunteer activities. Take part in volunteer activities.
ボランティア活動に参加する。
Deaf. Deaf. Deaf.
耳の聞こえない。
Sign language for deaf people. Sign language for deaf people. Sign language for deaf people.
聴覚障害者のための手話。
Diameter. Diameter. Diameter.
直径。
2 meters in diameter. 2 meters in diameter. 2 meters in diameter.
直径2メートル。
Era. Era. Era.
時代。
The beginning of a new era. The beginning of a new era. The beginning of a new era.
新しい時代の幕開け。
Breed. Breed. Breed.
繁殖する。
Rabbits breed all year round. Rabbits breed all year round. Rabbits breed all year round.
うさぎは一年中繁殖します。
Alternative. Alternative. Alternative.
代わりのもの。
An alternative to oil. An alternative to oil. An alternative to oil.
石油の代替。
Imaginary. Imaginary. Imaginary.
架空の。
An imaginary country. An imaginary country. An imaginary country.
想像上の国。
Attract. Attract. Attract.
を引きつける。
Attract his attention. Attract his attention. Attract his attention.
彼の注意を引く。
Device. Device. Device.
装置。
An electronic device. An electronic device. An electronic device.
電子機器。
Transport. Transport. Transport.
輸送。
Air transport. Air transport. Air transport.
空輸。
Eventually. Eventually. Eventually.
最終的に。
Eventually became president. Eventually became president. Eventually became president.
最終的に大統領になった。
Constitute. Constitute. Constitute.
を構成する。
50 states constitute the USA. 50 states constitute the USA. 50 states constitute the USA.
50の州がアメリカ合衆国を構成している。
Complex. Complex. Complex.
複雑な。
A complex system. A complex system. A complex system.
複雑なシステム。
Hire. Hire. Hire.
を雇う。
Hire many young people. Hire many young people. Hire many young people.
多くの若者を雇う。
Modify. Modify. Modify.
を修正する。
Modify the plan. Modify the plan. Modify the plan.
計画を修正する。
Complicated. Complicated. Complicated.
複雑な。
A complicated problem. A complicated problem. A complicated problem.
複雑な問題。
Substitute. Substitute. Substitute.
を代わりに用いる。
Substitute honey for sugar. Substitute honey for sugar. Substitute honey for sugar.
砂糖の代わりに蜂蜜を使う。
Usage. Usage. Usage.
用い方。
Modern English usage. Modern English usage. Modern English usage.
現代英語の使い方。
Agriculture. Agriculture. Agriculture.
農業。
Organic agriculture. Organic agriculture. Organic agriculture.
有機農業。
Urgent. Urgent. Urgent.
差し迫った。
Need urgent action. Need urgent action. Need urgent action.
緊急の対応が必要。
Classical. Classical. Classical.
古典の。
Classical music. Classical music. Classical music.
クラシック音楽。
Efficient. Efficient. Efficient.
能率的な。
An efficient use of energy. An efficient use of energy. An efficient use of energy.
効率的なエネルギーの使用。
Sweat. Sweat. Sweat.
汗。
The smell of sweat. The smell of sweat. The smell of sweat.
汗の匂い。
Scream. Scream. Scream.
悲鳴を上げる。
Scream in horror. Scream in horror. Scream in horror.
恐怖で叫ぶ。
Compromise. Compromise. Compromise.
妥協する。
Compromise with him on this. Compromise with him on this. Compromise with him on this.
この件で彼と妥協する。
Fold. Fold. Fold.
オール。
Fold a piece of paper. Fold a piece of paper. Fold a piece of paper.
紙を折る。
Logic. Logic. Logic.
論理学。
Persuade him by logic. Persuade him by logic. Persuade him by logic.
論理で彼を説得する。
Stress. Stress. Stress.
ストレス。
Have a lot of stress. Have a lot of stress. Have a lot of stress.
ストレスが多い。
Crash. Crash. Crash.
激突する。
Crash into the barrier. Crash into the barrier. Crash into the barrier.
バリアに衝突する。
Resemble. Resemble. Resemble.
に似ている。
He resembles his father. He resembles his father. He resembles his father.
彼は父親に似ている。
Crush. Crush. Crush.
押しつぶす。
Be crushed by the pressure. Be crushed by the pressure. Be crushed by the pressure.
圧力で押しつぶされる。
Phenomenon. Phenomenon. Phenomenon.
現象。
Natural phenomena. Natural phenomena. Natural phenomena.
自然現象。
Behave. Behave. Behave.
振る舞う。
Tell him to behave himself. Tell him to behave himself. Tell him to behave himself.
行儀良くするように彼に言う。
Rely. Rely. Rely.
頼る。
You can rely on him. You can rely on him. You can rely on him.
彼を頼りにできます。
Promote. Promote. Promote.
を促進する。
Promote healthy eating habits. Promote healthy eating habits. Promote healthy eating habits.
健康的な食習慣を促進する。
Obstacle. Obstacle. Obstacle.
障害。
Remove an obstacle. Remove an obstacle. Remove an obstacle.
障害を取り除く。
Nod. Nod. Nod.
うなずく。
She nodded and smiled. She nodded and smiled. She nodded and smiled.
彼女はうなずいて笑った。
Expose. Expose. Expose.
をさらす。
Be exposed to danger. Be exposed to danger. Be exposed to danger.
危険にさらされる。
Thumb. Thumb. Thumb.
親指。
The thumb of my left hand. The thumb of my left hand. The thumb of my left hand.
左手の親指。
Overwhelming. Overwhelming. Overwhelming.
圧倒的な。
An overwhelming majority. An overwhelming majority. An overwhelming majority.
圧倒的多数。
Typical. Typical. Typical.
典型的な。
A typical Japanese-style breakfast. A typical Japanese-style breakfast. A typical Japanese-style breakfast.
典型的な和風の朝食。
Fuel. Fuel. Fuel.
燃料。
Burn fossil fuels. Burn fossil fuels. Burn fossil fuels.
化石燃料を燃やす。
Destination. Destination. Destination.
目的地。
Get to my destination. Get to my destination. Get to my destination.
目的地に到着する。
Associate. Associate. Associate.
関連づける。
Red is associated with danger. Red is associated with danger. Red is associated with danger.
赤は危険と結びつけられる。
Chemical. Chemical. Chemical.
化学物質。
Chemicals are harmful. Chemicals are harmful. Chemicals are harmful.
化学物質は有害です。
Compound. Compound. Compound.
化合物。
A chemical compound. A chemical compound. A chemical compound.
化合物。
Imitate. Imitate. Imitate.
を真似る。
Imitate human behavior. Imitate human behavior. Imitate human behavior.
人間の行動を真似る。
Relationship. Relationship. Relationship.
関係。
Have good relationships. Have good relationships. Have good relationships.
良好な関係を持つ。
Vehicle. Vehicle. Vehicle.
車両。
Emergency vehicles. Emergency vehicles. Emergency vehicles.
緊急車両。
Scope. Scope. Scope.
範囲。
Beyond the scope of science. Beyond the scope of science. Beyond the scope of science.
科学の範囲を超えて。
Contribute. Contribute. Contribute.
貢献する。
Contribute to world peace. Contribute to world peace. Contribute to world peace.
世界平和に貢献する。
Bother. Bother. Bother.
に面倒をかける。
Sorry to bother you, but. Sorry to bother you, but. Sorry to bother you, but.
お邪魔してすみませんが。
Unique. Unique. Unique.
特有の。
This custom is unique to Japan. This custom is unique to Japan. This custom is unique to Japan.
この習慣は日本特有のものです。
Float. Float. Float.
浮かぶ。
Float on the sea. Float on the sea. Float on the sea.
海に浮かぶ。
Insight. Insight. Insight.
洞察力。
A deep insight into life. A deep insight into life. A deep insight into life.
人生についての深い洞察。
Definitely. Definitely. Definitely.
明確に、確かに。
I will definitely not marry you. I will definitely not marry you. I will definitely not marry you.
絶対にあなたと結婚しません。
Shift. shift, shift,
移す、
shift gears, shift gears, shift gears,
ギアを切り替える、
countless, countless, countless,
無数の、
countless species of insects, countless species of insects, countless species of insects,
無数の昆虫種、
mess, mess, mess,
乱雑、
the room is a mess, the room is a mess, the room is a mess,
部屋は散らかっている、
casual, casual, casual,
気楽な、
wear casual clothes, wear casual clothes, wear casual clothes,
カジュアルな服を着る、
inspire, inspire, inspire,
を奮起させる、
his remark inspired me to study, his remark inspired me to study, his remark inspired me to study,
彼の発言が私の勉強意欲をかき立てた、
passive, passive, passive,
受動的な、
a passive attitude, a passive attitude, a passive attitude,
受け身の態度、
explosion, explosion, explosion,
爆発、
the population explosion, the population explosion, the population explosion,
人口爆発、
moisture, moisture, moisture,
湿気、
add moisture to the skin, add moisture to the skin, add moisture to the skin,
肌に水分を加える、
insane, insane, insane,
正気でない、
an insane idea, an insane idea, an insane idea,
狂気じみた考え、
tropical, tropical, tropical,
熱帯の、
tropical rainforests, tropical rainforests, tropical rainforests,
熱帯雨林、
suicide, suicide, suicide,
自殺、
commit suicide, commit suicide, commit suicide,
自殺する、
confirm, confirm, confirm,
を確認する、
confirm the booking, confirm the booking, confirm the booking,
予約を確認する、
deprive, deprive, deprive,
から、を奪う、
deprive him of the chance, deprive him of the chance, deprive him of the chance,
彼からチャンスを奪う、
announce, announce, announce,
を発表する。
announce a new plan, announce a new plan, announce a new plan,
新しい計画を発表する。
reject, reject, reject,
を拒絶する。
reject the idea, reject the idea, reject the idea,
その考えを拒否する。
fragment, fragment, fragment,
破片。
glass fragments, glass fragments, glass fragments,
ガラスの破片。
meditation, meditation, meditation,
瞑想。
sit in Zen meditation, sit in Zen meditation, sit in Zen meditation,
禅の瞑想を行う。
very, very, very,
変わる。
vary from country to country, vary from country to country, vary from country to country,
国によって異なる。
accuse, accuse, accuse,
を非難する。
accuse her of lying, accuse her of lying, accuse her of lying,
彼女が嘘をついたと非難する。
hazard, hazard, hazard,
危険になり得るもの。
a hazard to health, a hazard to health, a hazard to health,
健康に対する危険。
electricity, electricity, electricity,
電気。
a machine run by electricity, a machine run by electricity, a machine run by electricity,
電気で動く機械。
notorious, notorious, notorious,
悪名高い。
a notorious liar, a notorious liar, a notorious liar,
悪名高い嘘つき。
deposit, deposit, deposit,
預金。
have a large deposit in the bank, have a large deposit in the bank, have a large deposit in the bank,
銀行に大きな預金がある。
extinct, extinct, extinct,
絶滅した。
dinosaurs became extinct, dinosaurs became extinct, dinosaurs became extinct,
恐竜は絶滅した。
stubborn, stubborn, stubborn,
頑固な。
a stubborn old man, a stubborn old man, a stubborn old man,
頑固な老人。
muscle, muscle, muscle,
筋肉。
develop my arm muscles, develop my arm muscles, develop my arm muscles,
腕の筋肉を鍛える。
cultivate, cultivate, cultivate,
を耕す。
cultivate the land, cultivate the land, cultivate the land,
土地を耕す。
neutral, neutral, neutral,
中立の。
take a neutral position, take a neutral position, take a neutral position,
中立の立場を取る。
compose, compose, compose,
を構成する。
the body is composed of cells, the body is composed of cells, the body is composed of cells,
体は細胞で構成されている。
simultaneously, simultaneously, simultaneously,
同時に。
occurs simultaneously, occurs simultaneously, occurs simultaneously,
同時に発生する。
melt, melt, melt,
溶ける。
the snow will melt soon, the snow will melt soon, the snow will melt soon,
雪はすぐに溶けるでしょう。
transportation, transportation, transportation,
交通機関。
by public transportation, by public transportation, by public transportation,
公共交通機関で。
yell, yell, yell,
叫ぶ。
yell at the children, yell at the children, yell at the children,
子供たちに怒鳴る。
weird, weird, weird,
変な。
Steve is a little weird, isn't he? Steve is a little weird, isn't he? Steve is a little weird, isn't he?
スティーブはちょっと変わっているよね。
Skeleton, skeleton, skeleton,
骸骨。
the human skeleton, the human skeleton, the human skeleton,
人間の骨格。
resource, resource, resource,
資源。
natural resources, natural resources, natural resources,
天然資源。
congratulate, congratulate, congratulate,
を祝う。
congratulate you on your success, congratulate you on your success, congratulate you on your success,
あなたの成功を祝う。
insurance, insurance, insurance,
保険。
have health insurance, have health insurance, have health insurance,
健康保険に加入している。
appoint, appoint, appoint,
指名する。
we appointed him as our leader, we appointed him as our leader, we appointed him as our leader,
私たちは彼をリーダーに任命した。
interrupt, interrupt, interrupt,
を中断する。
interrupt their conversation, interrupt their conversation, interrupt their conversation,
彼らの会話を妨げる。
layer, layer, layer,
そう。
the ozone layer, the ozone layer, the ozone layer,
オゾン層。
guarantee, guarantee, guarantee,
を保証する。
guarantee your success, guarantee your success, guarantee your success,
あなたの成功を保証する。
attach, attach, attach,
をくっつける。
attach a file to an email, attach a file to an email, attach a file to an email,
メールにファイルを添付する。
resident, resident, resident,
住人。
residents of New York, residents of New York, residents of New York,
ニューヨークの住民。
combine, combine, combine,
を結びつける。
combine music and drama, combine music and drama, combine music and drama,
音楽とドラマを組み合わせる。
objective, objective, objective,
客観的な。
historians try to be objective, historians try to be objective, historians try to be objective,
歴史家は客観的であろうと努める。
twist, twist, twist,
をねじる。
twist a wire, twist a wire, twist a wire,
ワイヤーをねじる。
involve, involve, involve,
を巻き込む。
I was involved in a traffic accident. I was involved in a traffic accident. I was involved in a traffic accident.
交通事故に巻き込まれた。
Routine, routine, routine,
日課。
a healthy daily routine. A healthy daily routine. A healthy daily routine.
健康的な日常生活。
Temp, temp, temp.
する気にさせる。
Be tempted to call her. Be tempted to call her. Be tempted to call her.
彼女に電話したくなる。
Mayor, mayor, mayor.
市長。
The New York City mayor. The New York City mayor. The New York City mayor.
ニューヨーク市の市長。
Proverb, proverb, proverb.
ことわざ。
An old Chinese proverb. An old Chinese proverb. An old Chinese proverb.
古い中国のことわざ。
mend, mend, mend,
を修繕する。
mend the roof, mend the roof, mend the roof,
屋根を修理する。
cherish, cherish, cherish,
を大切にする。
cherish the memories of that day, cherish the memories of that day, cherish the memories of that day,
その日の思い出を大切にする。
sculpture, sculpture, sculpture,
彫刻。
painting and sculpture, painting and sculpture, painting and sculpture,
絵画と彫刻。
luggage, luggage, luggage,
荷物。
help him with his luggage, help him with his luggage, help him with his luggage,
彼の荷物を手伝う。
chaos, chaos, chaos,
混沌。
a society in chaos, a society in chaos, a society in chaos,
混乱した社会。
tent, tent, tent,
張り詰めた。
a tense atmosphere, a tense atmosphere, a tense atmosphere,
緊張した雰囲気。
trim, trim, trim,
を刈り込む。
trim the fat off the meat, trim the fat off the meat, trim the fat off the meat,
肉から脂肪を切り取る。
mourn, mourn, mourn,
を嘆く。
mourn his death, mourn his death, mourn his death,
彼の死を悼む。
formula, formula, formula,
公式。
a new formula, a new formula, a new formula,
新しい公式。
haunt, haunt, haunt,
に出没する。
a ghost haunted the house, a ghost haunted the house, a ghost haunted the house,
幽霊がその家に出没した。
register, register, register,
を登録する。
register a new car, register a new car, register a new car,
新しい車を登録する。
tissue, tissue, tissue,
組織。
nerve tissue, nerve tissue, nerve tissue,
神経組織。
cough, cough, cough,
咳をする。
cough loudly, cough loudly, cough loudly,
大きな咳をする。
heal, heal, heal.
を治す。
Time heals all wounds. Time heals all wounds. Time heals all wounds.
時間がすべての傷を癒す。
Spectator, spectator, spectator.
観客。
More than 10,000 spectators. More than 10,000 spectators. More than 10,000 spectators.
1万人以上の観客。
Surround, surround, surround.
を取り囲む。
Japan is surrounded by the sea. Japan is surrounded by the sea. Japan is surrounded by the sea.
日本は海に囲まれている。
Drown, drown, drown.
溺れ死ぬ。
Save a drowning child. Save a drowning child. Save a drowning child.
溺れている子供を助ける。
Fuss, fuss, fuss.
大騒ぎ。
Make a fuss about trivial things. Make a fuss about trivial things. Make a fuss about trivial things.
些細なことで騒ぎ立てる。
Connect, connect, connect.
をつなげる。
Connect the printer to my PC. Connect the printer to my PC. Connect the printer to my PC.
プリンターを PC に接続する。
Puzzle, puzzle, puzzle.
を当惑させる。
Be puzzled by the problem. Be puzzled by the problem. Be puzzled by the problem.
問題に困惑する。
Fade, fade, fade.
薄れる。
Memories of the war fade away. Memories of the war fade away. Memories of the war fade away.
戦争の記憶が薄れていく。
Soothe, soothe, soothe.
をなだめる。
Soothe a crying baby. Soothe a crying baby. Soothe a crying baby.
泣いている赤ちゃんをなだめる。
Chat, chat, chat.
おしゃべりする。
Chat over tea. Chat over tea. Chat over tea.
お茶を飲みながらおしゃべりする。
Tension, tension, tension.
緊張。
Relieve tension. Relieve tension. Relieve tension.
緊張を和らげる。
Laboratory. Laboratory. Laboratory.
研究室。
A space science laboratory. A space science laboratory. A space science laboratory.
宇宙科学研究所。
Undergo. Undergo. Undergo.
を経験する。
Undergo great changes. Undergo great changes. Undergo great changes.
大きな変化を経験する。
Nasty. Nasty. Nasty.
不快な。
A nasty taste in my mouth. A nasty taste in my mouth. A nasty taste in my mouth.
口の中に嫌な味がする。
Define. Define. Define.
を定義する。
Define a day as 24 hours. Define a day as 24 hours. Define a day as 24 hours.
一日を24時間と定義する。
Scratch. Scratch. Scratch.
を引っかく、かく。
Scratch my back. Scratch my back. Scratch my back.
背中をかく。
Geography. Geography. Geography.
地理。
History and geography. History and geography. History and geography.
歴史と地理。
Launch. Launch. Launch.
を打ち上げる。
Launch a space shuttle. Launch a space shuttle. Launch a space shuttle.
スペースシャトルを打ち上げる。
Fasten. Fasten. Fasten.
を固定する。
Fasten my seatbelt. Fasten my seatbelt. Fasten my seatbelt.
シートベルトを締める。
Oxygen. Oxygen. Oxygen.
酸素。
Oxygen in the air. Oxygen in the air. Oxygen in the air.
空気中の酸素。
Diverse. Diverse. Diverse.
多様な。
Diverse cultures. Diverse cultures. Diverse cultures.
多様な文化。
Respond. Respond. Respond.
返答する。
Respond to a question. Respond to a question. Respond to a question.
質問に答える。
Relatively. Relatively. Relatively.
比較的。
Relatively few people. Relatively few people. Relatively few people.
比較的少数の人々。
Isolation. Isolation. Isolation.
孤立。
In isolation from society. In isolation from society. In isolation from society.
社会から孤立して。
Biography. Biography. Biography.
伝記。
A biography of Einstein. A biography of Einstein. A biography of Einstein.
アインシュタインの伝記。
Hardship. Hardship. Hardship.
苦難。
Suffer financial hardship. Suffer financial hardship. Suffer financial hardship.
財政的困難に苦しむ。
Ignore. Ignore. Ignore.
を無視する。
Ignore the doctor's advice. Ignore the doctor's advice. Ignore the doctor's advice.
医者の忠告を無視する。
Consume. Consume. Consume.
を消費する。
Consume electricity. Consume electricity. Consume electricity.
電力を消費する。
Organism. Organism. Organism.
生物。
Marine organisms. Marine organisms. Marine organisms.
海洋生物。
Deficiency. Deficiency. Deficiency.
不足。
A vitamin deficiency. A vitamin deficiency. A vitamin deficiency.
ビタミン不足。
Diligent. Diligent. Diligent.
勤勉な。
A diligent student. A diligent student. A diligent student.
勤勉な学生。
Ensure. Ensure. Ensure.
を確実にする。
Ensure the safety of drivers. Ensure the safety of drivers. Ensure the safety of drivers.
運転手の安全を確保する。
A. A. A.
痛み。
Have a stomach ache. Have a stomach ache. Have a stomach ache.
お腹が痛い。
Initial. Initial. Initial.
最初の。
The initial stages of the disease. The initial stages of the disease. The initial stages of the disease.
病気の初期段階。
Minimum. Minimum. Minimum.
最小の。
Minimum effort. Minimum effort. Minimum effort.
最小限の努力。
Scatter. Scatter. Scatter.
をまき散らす。
Scatter toys on the floor. Scatter toys on the floor. Scatter toys on the floor.
床におもちゃを散らかす。
Collapse. Collapse. Collapse.
崩壊する。
The Soviet Union collapsed. The Soviet Union collapsed. The Soviet Union collapsed.
ソ連が崩壊した。
Myth. Myth. Myth.
神話。
Ancient Greek myths. Ancient Greek myths. Ancient Greek myths.
古代ギリシャの神話。
Scare. Scare. Scare.
を怯えさせる。
Oh. You scared me. Oh. You scared me. Oh. You scared me.
ああ、驚かせないで。
Aggressive. Aggressive. Aggressive.
攻撃的な。
Children's aggressive behavior. Children's aggressive behavior. Children's aggressive behavior.
子供の攻撃的な行動。
Translate. Translate. Translate.
を翻訳する。
Translate a novel into English. Translate a novel into English. Translate a novel into English.
小説を英語に翻訳する。
Lesson. Lesson. Lesson.
を減らす。
Lessen the risk of human error. Lessen the risk of human error. Lessen the risk of human error.
人為的ミスのリスクを減らす。
Extinction. Extinction. Extinction.
絶滅。
Animals in danger of extinction. Animals in danger of extinction. Animals in danger of extinction.
絶滅の危機にある動物。
Riddle. Riddle. Riddle.
なぞなぞ。
Can you solve this riddle? Can you solve this riddle? Can you solve this riddle?
このなぞなぞを解けますか？
Inhabitant. Inhabitant. Inhabitant.
住民。
The inhabitants of the country. The inhabitants of the country. The inhabitants of the country.
その国の住民。
Ape. Ape. Ape.
類人猿。
Monkeys and apes. Monkeys and apes. Monkeys and apes.
猿と類人猿。
Demonstrate. Demonstrate. Demonstrate.
をはっきり示す。
Demonstrate my real ability. Demonstrate my real ability. Demonstrate my real ability.
本当の実力を示す。
Arithmetic. Arithmetic. Arithmetic.
算数。
Reading, writing, and arithmetic. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. Reading, writing, and arithmetic.
読み書き算数。
Sequence. Sequence. Sequence.
連続。
A sequence of events. A sequence of events. A sequence of events.
一連の出来事。
Assign. Assign. Assign.
を割り当てる。
Assign that important job to him. Assign that important job to him. Assign that important job to him.
その重要な仕事を彼に割り当てる。
Pregnant. Pregnant. Pregnant.
妊娠した。
His pregnant wife. His pregnant wife. His pregnant wife.
妊娠中の妻。
Disabled. Disabled. Disabled.
障害のある。
He is physically disabled. He is physically disabled. He is physically disabled.
彼は身体障害を持っている。
Discrimination. Discrimination. Discrimination.
差別。
Discrimination against women. Discrimination against women. Discrimination against women.
女性に対する差別。
Invest. Invest. Invest.
投資する。
Invest 1 million yen in stocks. Invest 1 million yen in stocks. Invest 1 million yen in stocks.
100万円を株に投資する。
Emerge. Emerge. Emerge.
現れる。
Emerge from the darkness. Emerge from the darkness. Emerge from the darkness.
暗闇から現れる。
Dissolve. Dissolve. Dissolve.
を溶かす。
Dissolve sugar in water. Dissolve sugar in water. Dissolve sugar in water.
水に砂糖を溶かす。
Volcano. Volcano. Volcano.
火山。
That volcano erupted last year. That volcano erupted last year. That volcano erupted last year.
その火山は昨年噴火した。
Expand. Expand. Expand.
膨張する。
Water expands when it freezes. Water expands when it freezes. Water expands when it freezes.
水は凍ると膨張する。
Nap. Nap. Nap.
昼寝。
I'll just take a little nap. I'll just take a little nap. I'll just take a little nap.
少しだけ昼寝をする。
Reproduce. Reproduce. Reproduce.
繁殖する。
The virus can reproduce rapidly. The virus can reproduce rapidly. The virus can reproduce rapidly.
ウイルスは急速に増殖することができる。
Scholarship. Scholarship. Scholarship.
奨学金。
Study abroad on a scholarship. Study abroad on a scholarship. Study abroad on a scholarship.
奨学金で留学する。
Scold. Scold. Scold.
おる。
Scold my son for being lazy. Scold my son for being lazy. Scold my son for being lazy.
息子が怠けていると叱る。
Recite. Recite. Recite.
を暗唱する。
Recite a poem. Recite a poem. Recite a poem.
詩を暗唱する。
Choke. Choke. Choke.
息が詰まる。
Choke on a rice cake. Choke on a rice cake. Choke on a rice cake.
餅で喉を詰まらせる。
Symptom. symptom, symptom,
症状、
the symptoms of heat stroke, the symptoms of heat stroke, the symptoms of heat stroke,
熱中症の症状、
chuckle, chuckle, chuckle,
クスクス笑う、
chuckle at the memory, chuckle at the memory, chuckle at the memory,
思い出してクスクス笑う、
basement, basement, basement,
地下室、
the basement of the store, the basement of the store, the basement of the store,
店の地下、
potential, potential, potential,
潜在的な、
a potential customer, a potential customer, a potential customer,
見込み客、
kitten, kitten, kitten,
子猫、
a lost kitten, a lost kitten, a lost kitten,
迷子の子猫、
unfold, unfold, unfold,
を広げる、
unfold a map, unfold a map, unfold a map,
地図を広げる、
bleed, bleed, bleed,
出血する、
my nose has started to bleed, my nose has started to bleed, my nose has started to bleed,
鼻血が出始めた、
absorb, absorb, absorb,
を吸収する、
absorb a lot of water, absorb a lot of water, absorb a lot of water,
大量の水を吸収する、
educate, educate, educate,
教育する、
how to educate children, how to educate children, how to educate children,
子供を教育する方法、
participate, participate, participate,
参加する、
participate in the meeting, participate in the meeting, participate in the meeting,
会議に参加する、
widespread, widespread, widespread,
広げた、
widespread use of drugs, widespread use of drugs, widespread use of drugs,
薬物の広範な使用、
stumble, stumble, stumble,
つまずく、
stumble over a rock, stumble over a rock, stumble over a rock,
岩につまずく、
bomb, bomb, bomb,
爆弾、
an atomic bomb, an atomic bomb, an atomic bomb,
原子爆弾、
reservation, reservation, reservation,
予約、
Make a reservation. Make a reservation. Make a reservation.
予約をする、
Approximately. Approximately. Approximately.
数量がおおよそ、
Approximately 1 million yen. Approximately 1 million yen. Approximately 1 million yen.
約100万円、
Adapt. Adapt. Adapt.
適応する、
Adapt to the change. Adapt to the change. Adapt to the change.
変化に適応する、
Discourage. Discourage. Discourage.
のやる気をなくさせる、
Discourage her from buying the car. Discourage her from buying the car. Discourage her from buying the car.
彼女がその車を買うのを思いとどまらせる、
Disappoint. Disappoint. Disappoint.
を失望させる、
I was disappointed with the score. I was disappointed with the score. I was disappointed with the score.
そのスコアにがっかりした、
Tease. Tease. Tease.
をからかう、
Stop teasing him. Stop teasing him. Stop teasing him.
彼をからかうのをやめなさい、
Enclose. Enclose. Enclose.
を同封する、
Enclose several photos. Enclose several photos. Enclose several photos.
数枚の写真を同封する、
Wither. Wither. Wither.
しおれる、
The flower withered in the heat. The flower withered in the heat. The flower withered in the heat.
花は暑さでしおれた、
Category. Category. Category.
範疇、
Fall into the same category. Fall into the same category. Fall into the same category.
同じカテゴリーに分類される、
Racial. Racial. Racial.
人種の、
Racial discrimination. Racial discrimination. Racial discrimination.
人種差別、
Compete. Compete. Compete.
競争する、
Compete with each other for good grades. Compete with each other for good grades. Compete with each other for good grades.
良い成績を求めて互いに競争する、
Orbit. Orbit. Orbit.
軌道、
The moon's orbit around the earth. The moon's orbit around the earth. The moon's orbit around the earth.
月の地球周回軌道、
Trigger. Trigger. Trigger.
を誘発する、
Trigger war. Trigger war. Trigger war.
戦争を引き起こす、
Oppress. oppress, oppress,
を圧迫する。
oppress small nations, oppress small nations, oppress small nations,
小国を圧迫する。
negotiate, negotiate, negotiate,
交渉する。
negotiate for peace, negotiate for peace, negotiate for peace,
平和のために交渉する。
option, option, option,
選択肢。
consider other options, consider other options, consider other options,
他の選択肢を検討する。
technique, technique, technique,
技術。
the technique of filmmaking, the technique of filmmaking, the technique of filmmaking,
映画制作の技術。
terminal, terminal, terminal,
末期の末端の。
terminal cancer, terminal cancer, terminal cancer,
末期がん。
graduate, graduate, graduate,
卒業する。
graduate from high school, graduate from high school, graduate from high school,
高校を卒業する。
locate, locate, locate,
に位置している。
the office is located in the area, the office is located in the area, the office is located in the area,
オフィスはその地域にある。
hatch, hatch, hatch,
卵から変える。
the eggs hatched in 30 days, the eggs hatched in 30 days, the eggs hatched in 30 days,
卵は30日で孵化した。
trash, trash, trash,
ゴミ。
collect trash, collect trash, collect trash,
ゴミを集める。
storage, storage, storage,
保管。
I need more storage space, I need more storage space, I need more storage space,
もっと収納スペースが必要です。
broadcast, broadcast, broadcast,
を放送する。
broadcast the concert live, broadcast the concert live, broadcast the concert live,
コンサートを生放送する。
transform, transform, transform,
を変える。
transform the old house, transform the old house, transform the old house,
古い家を改装する。
award, award, award,
賞。
an award ceremony, an award ceremony, an award ceremony,
授賞式。
ambulance, ambulance, ambulance,
救急車、
fire engines and ambulances, fire engines and ambulances, fire engines and ambulances,
消防車と救急車、
according to, according to, according to,
によれば、
according to the research, according to the research, according to the research,
その調査によると、
advertise, advertise, advertise,
を宣伝する、
advertise the concert, advertise the concert, advertise the concert,
コンサートを宣伝する、
agenda, agenda, agenda,
議題、
the agenda for today's meeting, the agenda for today's meeting, the agenda for today's meeting,
今日の会議の議題、
biology, biology, biology,
生物学、
biology is the scientific study, biology is the scientific study, biology is the scientific study,
生物学は科学的研究です。
boast, boast, boast,
自慢する、
boast about new bike, boast about new bike, boast about new bike,
新しい自転車を自慢する、
brand new, brand new, brand new,
新品の、
brand new climbing boots, brand new climbing boots, brand new climbing boots,
真新しい登山靴、
breakthrough, breakthrough, breakthrough,
大発見、
a breakthrough in biology, a breakthrough in biology, a breakthrough in biology,
生物学の突破口、
broad, broad, broad,
幅広い、
Broad Street, Broad Street, Broad Street,
広い通り、
bump, bump, bump,
ぶつかる、
bump into a tree, bump into a tree, bump into a tree,
木にぶつかる、
cancer, cancer, cancer,
がん、
die of skin cancer, die of skin cancer, die of skin cancer,
皮膚がんで死ぬ、
classify, classify, classify,
を分類する、
classify fish in groups, classify fish in groups, classify fish in groups,
魚をグループに分類する、